Everyone. My name is Eva Bele. I'm business consultant and a trainer of Success Principle. Welcome to the lecture, How to Handle Unexpected Situations. I'm sure that you have a lot of experience with unexpected situations. Recently, we had one which affected all of us. I have more than 20 years of business experience at managerial positions as a head of marketing, head of CRM, business development manager, and a lot of other things. But in addition to all of that, I'm a trainer of success principles. All the theories and practice I do by myself is concentrated on a self-management. I believe that the great self-management is a root of the quality of life. Today, I will share with you several tools, how to be happy, how to handle unexpected situations, and how to have quality life. You can apply all of them in your private and professional life also. So let's dig into unexpected situations. First of all, I will share with you the real truth behind unexpected situation. Maybe there are some blessings in disguise within, but let's see what will happen afterwards. In addition to that, I will share with you one wonderful tool, which is called cycle of influence. The third part of presentation is based on taking 100% of responsibility for our life. It sounds very, very strict, but believe me, every discipline hides behind it a lot of blessings. So taking responsibility is a powerful tool for our life. At the end, I will share with you different tools how to release stress. I'm sure that you will have a lot of useful tools you can apply in your everyday life. First of all, can we remove worries and unexpected situations? What do you think? Who thinks it is possible? Please raise your hand. No one? Yes, I'm sure it's true. We cannot remove unexpected situations from our life, neither worries. Worries are a part of our life. Worries are based on our thoughts and on our beliefs. So if we change our beliefs, we can change amount of worries, but we cannot avoid it. That there is no discussion about that. If we imagine our life as a garden, we have different positive thoughts which we would love to enhance in our brain, right? And there are other thoughts we need to dig out and we need to weed out from our garden. This is perpetuum mobile. It is happening all the time, and there is no end of this game. So each and every day, we are responsible to garden and to add water to these positive thinkings and to weed out these negative beliefs or worries. According to all trainings I conduct in-house or for end consumers and customers, I notice that everything is based on their beliefs. I'm sure you also have a lot of I'm not enough beliefs. I'm not tall enough, skinny enough, beautiful enough, wise enough, intelligent enough, and anything else enough. You know about that. So the quality of our life is based on our beliefs. A lot of trainings I conduct, many people told me, well, it is easy to be successful, for example, in Switzerland or Germany, but in Croatia, it is impossible to be successful. Is this belief truth? No, it's not. We have beautiful and successful companies such as MMK Systems or Rimac or Infobrief in Croatia, so this belief is not truth. The other belief, which is also discussable, is I can't be successful if I live in unpredictable or uncertain circumstances. Is this belief truth? What do you think? For example, we have Mother Teresa. She has lived in uncertain circumstances. Was she successful? Yes, of course, she was successful. So it's not the truth. We all live in unpredictable and uncertain circumstances. When you wake up in the morning, you are not sure how your whole day will look like, right? But based upon successful self-management, we can definitely choose what we will think, do, and how we will manage our life during the day. One of my favorite beliefs, which is not truth for me, is I'm not successful if I'll fail. Basically, when you look at the biography of a lot of successful people, you will see a lot of failures in their past. Basically, they embrace their failures. They are aware that failures hide some kind of training for them and give them some information. What are the things they can be better in? So, failure is a part of success. Let's embrace that belief, and each and every day we will feel much, much better. We cannot avoid failure. Failure is our teacher in our life. This is especially important for countries like my country, which is Croatia, because we are trying to hide some failure in our life, which is not possible. Successful people are proud of their failures. So let's embrace them. Let's expect them, because without risking, we can do nothing in our life. What other expectations from our life we have? We all would love to avoid uncertainty and unpredictable situation, but this is definitely impossible. I will ask you a couple of questions. Will there always be some challenges? Yes, of course. Will they come one by one? No, I must inform you. All of them are coming at the same time. Will I have some time between those challenges in which I can rest and take a breath? Unfortunately, rarely or never. So challenges are coming at the same time, like different monitors which are opening all the time. Probably you will not have enough time to rest. So good self-management is a route to quality of life. But what is the good news about challenges? Challenges are source of new knowledge. They are catalyst for our life. They're showing us what part of our life could be improved and what else can we do in the future. For example, what other expectations, which are positive ones, we have from our life? Will challenges make me stronger? Of course. Will I have higher quality of life when I acquire those tools and overcome all challenges? Of course, they are my trainers, so let's embrace those challenges. And will I know how to deal with challenges? After these lectures, of course. So listen carefully to the end, we will have some exercises. What is the source and what is the truth about the challenges? They are totally unexpected. They are the real thing we need to worry about. We usually worry about some unimportant things during the day. You know, for example, there's some queue or, you know, there is a fog outside and we cannot see the sun today and we talk about those unimportant things. But real challenges are basically some illnesses or some died from your family. Can you predict those challenges? Not at all. They are stronger and you cannot imagine them or predict them. So they are coming out of the blue. They shake the whole of your life. A couple of months ago, we also were affected by strong challenge. We all know what I'm talking about. It is pandemic. Was it predictable? Not at all. It shaped all of our lives and changed the whole planet. What is good about it, I will tell you later on. But what is my perception of this situation? I see those challenges, and I suggest you to see it as well, like training. Those challenges are making me stronger. They are making me faster. They are forcing me to develop some knowledge which I didn't have previously. For example, all the world were forced to transfer to online medium. And now, a couple of months later, we are all much stronger, much faster. And it helped us to be a better person. One additional tool I use in challenging situations is the gratitude. Because without those challenges, we weren't able to be here, we weren't be able to grow, and they're making us better people. There was also one additional challenge here in Zagreb on 22nd of March. I'm sure you know that there was one quite strong earthquake here in Zagreb. that was a real challenge for all of us. It also came totally unpredictably, and it was really shaky for all of our life or of our lives. That day, I really thought, well, this is the end of my life. I was awake at 6:24, and I really felt how it was. And this is the first and the last moment in my life when I thought, this is the end. But fortunately, it wasn't the end. It was the beginning of better life. First of all, we all applied gratitude. We connected each other much better. We were focused on real values in our life, and this unpredictable and shaky situation helped us in our life and raised the quality of our life. I will share with you one small and funny recipe for life, but please remember it when you will be in the middle of some unexpected situation. Question for you is, do you have problem in life? If the answer is no, then why worry, right? The other question is, do you have problem in life? Yes. Can you do something about it? No. Then why worry? The third question is, do you have problem in life? Yes. Can you do something about it? Yes. Then do it. Afterwards, why worry? So it is a joke, but it's, based on some ancient knowledge, so remember it. Basis of our belief is made by our brain. So our brain, as you know, is spending more than 25% of the whole energy we have in our body. So it's a wonderful computer which we use occasionally, but we can use it much often. And the problem with the brain, or the program which is behind the brain, it's a machine for prediction. Our brain is helping us to predict all the situation, and he would love to have control over our life in order to protect our life. So, in situation in which we do not have control, we feel different unpleasant emotions. For example, anxiety, depression, we are scared, and so on. That is the reason of all the situation in which we do not have control. For example, I recommend you to search for the knowledge of Mr. Andrew Huberman, which is neuroscientist. It's available on internet, which is definitely very remarkable, and you can find out more about how our brain is functioning. Basically, our brain would love to have control, and he's managing all information around us, which we receive from our eyes, from ears, but unfortunately, not all situations are predictable. That's why we feel unpleasant emotions behind some unpredictable situations. Basically, unpredictable situations due to this mechanism is a source or cause of worries. I have a question for you. Think about 2 things in your life which you worry about. Just the 2 things. In this day, your answer will be incorporated in the later exercise. Did you feel sometimes like this? Or did you feel sometimes like this? Well, when, for example, your client, which planned to book your yacht for 2021, declined that order. And basically, it's punching you in the head. Did you feel sometimes like this? For example, when your competition is launching similar product on the market and you are forced to keep your market share. Do you feel sometimes like this? Like those Leos, when you, for example, receive the feedback from your superior? I'm sure you do. Do you feel something like this? I feel like this fish swimming against the stream. As entrepreneur, it is not easy to survive, but it develops me. That's why I'm stronger. So those situations are my trainers, and they help me. I will share with you one video which might inspire you. How can we handle some challenges in our life? It takes only 1 minute, and please relax and watch it. I will share with you how one rock climber, Mr. Steck, made wonderful success. So there are no impossible things in our life. If we are strong enough, just a second. So we are approaching a little bit to our first tool I would love to share with you. What can it control in my life? Do you ask yourself those questions? For example, how many times you ask yourself, am I going to get sick? Am I going to infect someone? How many people are infected? Those are thoughts we are thinking and overthinking each and every day. Am I wearing a mask? Do I disinfect my hand? So those are the questions we are raising and asking ourselves each and every day. What else we are asking ourselves? How many clients will cancel my reservation for 2021? And how can I communicate better with my client? So when you look at those previously asked questions, red marked ones are those which are out of our control. Am I going to get sick? Who knows? Do I control that? Not at all. I control only a little part of this, which is under my control and in my control. And that is this gray part. Am I wearing a mask? Or do I wash my hands? When you think about those other two questions, how many clients will cancel my reservation due to COVID situation? How can I know that? How can I control it? It is out of my control. But what is within my control? How can I communicate better with the clients? Part of this communication is definitely my responsibility. So next slide is quite powerful, and I would love to ask you to remember this slide after this lecture. Red marked in red circle are things what worries me, and I think that I speak about them each and every day. They are called circle of concern. Majority of those topics are topics from our coffee or break time, for example. What others think of me? That is my favorite. Or aging, or pollution, or pandemic, or news, or weather, or what politician X thinks and says about something else, how much my colleague earns. We are talking about those things, but those things are not in our control. We cannot control it at all, and they represent majority of the thoughts we have or the talks we have at our coffee. Gray circle is a circle of influence. Those are things which are in our control. For example, what do I read? What do I think? What do I eat? What are the people I'm surrounded with? So we can control those things, but minority of time we are focused on them. What successful people do? Our goal, and please remember this is a wonderful tool, is to expand our circle of influence. For example, we can include in this circle what I invest my time in, what are my hobbies, what food I eat, who am I hanging out, what mood do I have. This is also my circle of influence and my responsibility. What books do I read? So please, in the future, think about the things you can influence and expand those things in your life. If you can, stop listening to news or limit time you are at, for example, at Facebook and Instagram, it could be very, very helpful for your life. And please expand your circle of control. So what are the things I can control? Think about this remote gear. So, for example, the personal boundaries I set, all the things I mentioned before. How I react, it's a very powerful circle of influence. And next thing, which I will share with you, will be based on it. What is the second thing I would love to emphasize today? My opinion that we need to embrace uncertainty. As I mentioned before, our brain is not happy with it because he wants to control the things in order to protect us from some kind of unexpected situation which might be harmful for us. But our life is full of uncertainties. You cannot live your life without risk. So please think of uncertain and unpredictable situation as your colleague, as your trainer, and embrace it. Actually, I would be very happy if we can teach our children to embrace and expect uncertainties in life, also as a failure. Tolerate uncertainty. It is definitely something which is not pleasant for our body because we have different physical reactions for that and difficult emotions, but we need to go through it and to embrace it. As a result of uncertain situation, we are worried and feel stress. Let's talk a little bit about stress. Is every stress harmful? What do you think? No, not. So every stress is not harmful. There are two important correlations presented in one research. If we think about performance and if we think about arousal, in some situation in which arousal is too low, we are not developing ourselves. So too little of stress or arousal is not good or effective for our life. We are like a plant, we are doing nothing and we are not growing. The aim in our life is to find perfect point where performance is optimal and arousal is optimal, and to stick with this perfect point. What happens if arousal is too high? We are also not productive. We are anxious, we feel anxiety, and we are not productive. So too much stress or burnout is also linked to lower performance. The important thing is to mention that if the arousal is too high, for example, if we force Usain Bolt to run faster with some lion behind him, will he be more successful or faster? No. Too much arousal is not productive in that point anymore. But I have some good news. So optimal stress is good in our life. Every new knowledge is linked with the stress. It is stressful to present in front of the people, but once you get used to it, you get better and better. You don't have to be perfect. What contributes to reducing stress? There are different researches and showing us some factors which might reduce stress. So, according to this, men feel less stress than women, on average. When you become older and wiser and more beautiful, a level of stress is decreasing. That is the good news. What else? If you have more education, level of stress is also decreasing because you have more knowledge to handle the stress, right? I mentioned this self-management, which raises quality of our life. And if you have higher income, of course, level of stress is decreasing. So there are some factors we can influence that. For example, more education is definitely benefit for us. So I shared with you one wonderful tool, circle of influence, which you can use each and every day. And the other tool is how can we handle stressful situation? There are three important parts of stressful situation. One part, or first part, is a stressor. Stressor is the source of the stress. For example, your mother-in-law, or your neighbor you're not good with, or something else. So there is a source of stress. If you are able, please extract the stressor from your life. But usually we are not able to do it and to avoid all stressors in our life, so we can use to it or we can work with it. So in stressful situation, we can handle two positions. One is interpretation of the stress, which is the crucial thing in this lecture, how we interpret stress, how we interpret this event which happens. It depends on us, because the same situation, we can interpret it in different ways. I will show you later on. And the third part of handling stress is symptoms. How can we work on our symptoms, of body symptoms of the stress? Let's concentrate, if we cannot avoid stress, or let's concentrate on interpretation. There is a wonderful tool, which is first success principle, and I adore it. It is taking 100% responsibility for your life, for your thoughts, for your behavior in your life. How it is possible? I will share with you powerful formula behind this success principle. And it's event plus response equals outcome. When we are talking about interpretation, imagine that today is 20th of December, and there is snowing outside. You are opening window, and you are aware that you are getting late to your job, and that you need to clean your car, and you are not happy at all. You feel high stress in that situation. So you interpreted that event like a negative one. Imagine the same date, 20th of December. You are in Austrian Alps. You are there for 3 days and you are waiting for snow because you would love to ski. You open your window and you see, wow, outside is snowing. I will be able today to ski. So the same event, two different responses to that event. I think it's clear for you that. So let's focus a little bit on this wonderful formula. Everything which happens in our life is one event. COVID-19 is event. Some events in your life we can interpret as events. They're like that. We cannot change it in the past. The only thing which we can control in our life is our response to those events. Based on those responses, the outcome is better or not so wonderful in our life. So let me give you some examples. I think that majority of you thought that this COVID-19 situation is quite harmful for your job, and it's one event. Less positive response to that can be depression, anxiety, or some negative thoughts. Outcome will be definitely not good one, so a negative one. For example, your client is canceling bookings for 2021. That is one event. Response which is not positive will be despair. Outcome, you know what could be. But some positive response, if we expect positive outcome, could be to figure out what is the cause of this cancellation. For example, you can figure out what are the fears of your clients. If their fear is that a yacht will not be disinfected enough, you can solve that problem. I don't know whether you're aware about one Croatian company which invented one gear. It looks like vacuum cleaner, and it is able to clean yacht or room within 3 minutes and disinfect it. So with this gear, you can solve and react to this situation and maybe give some additional option or calm the fear of your client and get better outcome. During this COVID situation, I realized with my clients that the most effective way in those situations is communication with the clients. We are all in the same situation. So if we know each other better, if we try to offer them some other solution, our relationship would be much, much better. Great brands will not hide in those situations. They will offer support to their clients, and I'm sure you are doing it also. So, quality of our life and outcome is based on our reactions to the event which we cannot change. What type of reactions we have? What shall we think? What shall we do? What shall we conduct? How would we behave? Those reactions are ones to different events. So this is second tool, which is very, very powerful. I'm sure you will find during the day a lot of events which you are not happy about. Before reacting out of the blue and immediately, please think about possible more quality reactions, which will bring you to more quality outcomes. So what is the goal in our life in order to raise the quality of the life? I believe that the quality of life depends on us, not on circumstances. If you are speaking Croatian, there is a wonderful book which I wrote, which is called Vibration of Success, in which I describe different tools, how can we raise our vibration and how our life is not depending on circumstances, because we can choose what shall we think about circumstances and what should we believe. The goal is, regardless of circumstances, stay strong and make right choices. We are responsible, 100% responsible for our choices. I'm sure you agree with that. But please write a question in your chat. Or if you have some successful stories, how you responded qualitatively at this COVID situation, please share with us some good success stories, how you replied to cancellation of the booking or something else. So we have stressor, which usually we cannot avoid. If you can avoid stressor, for example, loud music, please avoid it. The second part is our interpretation of the event, or interpretation of the stress. And the third part, which can work upon, is daily anti-stress routine. Basically, here we are working on results of the stressful situation. What can we do in our life? We can exercise, you know well. Daily, successful and healthy routine is very important for the level of our energy. You can eat healthier, definitely. That is something which will help us to be stable, health, and handle those stressful situations. But there is a third part which I believe in strongly, which is having enough of sleep. There are different researches which shows that it is very important that you go to bed from 10 p.m., not later from that time. You can find a lot of information about those researches because during the night there are two important hormones exerted in our body, which are growth hormone and melatonin. They helped us during the day to feel more recovered. So if we would love to handle the stress in a healthy way, we need to have enough of sleep during the day, so please go to bed before or at least latest at 10 p.m. if you can handle it. What are some additional tools to live quality life and to better handle stressful situation? Learn how to say no. I believe that sometimes you feel like a boy from the picture. So assertive communication can help us definitely to communicate better what are the things which are stressful for us, or to lower the number of tasks in front of us, which also makes us stressful. What other things can help us to handle stress more quality? It's having a purpose, some higher vision. If successful companies has vision and purpose, why do people don't have it? So our goal is definitely to develop our own purpose and goal, and definitely we need to help others. And now I will ask you a question regarding those two situations which worries you from the beginning of the lecture. Think about them and define, are both of them in a circle of your influence? Are they in your control? Or they are out of your control? So please think, what can you do about it? If you are thinking about things which are out of your control, please focus on some other things. Or solutions which are definitely linked to your own behavior. And now we will focus on the third part of handling stressful situation. I'm sure that you are aware that our body and our mind are directly linked. So, in some stressful situation, you can notice that our breath is much faster. And when we are relaxed or calmed, it's slower. So, if body and mind are linked, we can influence the body in order to calm the mind. Do you agree with that? I believe yes. So, I will share with you short and easy exercise which you can use each and every day, couple of times, in order to calm yourself and to slower your breath. I will show you, and please do it once again with me. It is quite easy. So we will inhale through our nose for 4 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will hold our breath for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will exhale through mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will hold our breath. So I'm asking you to see the effect of this exercise, and we can do it twice. Okay, please do it with me. I will count to 4, and you inhale through nose. So 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale from nose. 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it once again. So inhale through nose for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale from your mouth. 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath. How do you feel right now? Do you feel more calm? If yes, please share in your comments. Whenever you feel stress and some unpleasant emotions in your body, you can calm yourself with this easy exercise. Please share it with your colleagues. It is very useful, and it's free of charge. It has only 0 calories, and you can do it each and every day. So I shared today with you different tools and different beliefs and different gears for handling your life and to managing unexpected situation. I would love to make some kind of recap of the lecture, and I'm sure you will use it in the future. One of my favorite quotes is, "Who knows for what this situation is good for?" For example, this COVID situation is good for many things. Each and every negative situation hides something good inside of it. Maybe we cannot see it right away, but in the future, I'm sure we will see some positive benefits of negative situation. I had one friend, she's still alive, which is basically cancer survivor. And she honestly told me, "Eva, well, this illness was the best thing that happened in my life." Because during that process, she was focused on her life, on her values, on the quality eating, on her quality habits, on a better life. And she lives less stressfully right now. She survived, and she's basically grateful for this negative and really threatening situation in her life. So we don't know what good is it in every negative situation. Think about it and let it be your mantra as it mine. Remember, real problems are not those we are thinking and talking about. We are thinking about and talking with our friends. Those are not real problems. So how your hair looks like or something else is not real problems. Real problems or real unexpected situations come unexpectedly and they shake all of our life. They are strong and they are not ones we are worried about. So let's stop worrying about not significant things. Every challenging situation is a training. Without challenging situation, we will not be creative, fast, smart enough, intelligent enough, educated enough. So every challenging situation is our trainer. I will add something else. Become your own trainer. During the life of, for example, 80 years, you are spending 460,000 hours with yourself. So what are the thoughts you are thinking about yourself? What are the words you are telling yourself? Be careful about it, because you are your own best trainer. When you slip into worries, please concentrate on your circle of influence. Expand those circle of influence and add more things you can control and you enjoy in your life. What else you can do? Remove stressor if you can. Mother law, it's impossible. Reduce stress bar. Better interpretation of the stress. Choose better thoughts about some situation. Choose thoughts which support you. It is not catastrophe, it is a training. What else? Influence your body in order to reduce the level of stress. Use breathing box each and every day. Couple of minutes, couple of breaths, and you will feel much, much better. And at the end, if you are speaking Croatian, please pick up my book. If not, please wait a little bit because it's translated in English and it will be available in your countries soon. Thank you very much for your patience and your focus and your questions. Bye.